Wanted to share something with y'all real quick, right? So, just a couple of days ago, something took place where I was amongst like several family members, several people, and a conversation came up about, someone who has an issue with me, who does not get along with me or whatnot. And apparently, this family member, this individual, was saying things about me that 100% is not true, right? I was not aware of the things that were being said because I wasn't aware. But we just happened to all be in the same gathering, My mother just passed and we were at her funeral. And this conversation came up and about, me and this individual. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? And they're like, yeah, she said you said this and that or whatnot, but we don't believe it because it doesn't sound like you. Like, it doesn't sound like something that you would say, and it just doesn't seem in line with your character. And another person was like, yeah, we specifically told them that's not Vanessa. Like, I'll believe whatever you want me to believe, but I'm not going to believe that. And I was like, just sitting here thinking, like, I had no idea that things were being said about me, right? And lies, just pure lies. But it's, for me, and the lesson in this is the fact that my life and who I am and how I carry myself has been a testimony of who I am, right? My fruit. And when someone comes and they try to deceive others and make others think differently of you, your fruit will speak for you. Your fruit will testify on your behalf, even without you even realizing it, right? Because I had no idea that this was even happening. But the fact that this came to my attention, I'm like, man, had I heard about that, I probably would have been frustrated. I probably would have been upset. And I probably would have been, would have felt led to want to defend myself, because who doesn't want to defend themselves against lies, right? But at the same time, I know that there are some battles that there are sometimes you just got to stay quiet and just let the Lord fight for you, right? It probably should be the case all the time. But if we're being honest, sometimes we feel like we gotta stick up for ourselves. And I'm like, had I known this or had I heard this, I definitely would have just been like, what? Like, I would have been upset and I would have tried to like call him out to be a liar. But I'm like, isn't it like so God, right? To literally fight for you behind your back through other people, right? Without you even knowing, without you even needing to be upset and being frustrated and being, feeling some type of way or having your mood pretty much messed up or crushed or whatnot. The way you carry yourself and your fruit will speak for you. And many times we want to be able to, stand up for ourselves and whatnot. Let the Lord fight for you. Let the Lord fight for you, right? Because there are some things you don't even need to be stressed about. Like, during this process, as I'm in the process of planning my mother's funeral and burying my mother, that's not the time for me to be getting stressed out about over lies and over ways that the enemy is trying to find ways to bring down your character, right? Or to attack. I didn't need that kind of warfare. Like, I didn't need that kind of stress. I didn't need that. And the Lord knows that. And it just blows my mind how I didn't need to know, but knowing what was happening and knowing how I didn't even need to stick up for myself or fight for myself because my fruit was already testifying on my behalf for me. I'm just like, Lord, if we would listen to you more and we would believe your word more, we would live lives that are just a little bit more stress-free. If we just trust and believe that, like, the way you live and the way you carry yourself will testify on your behalf. Your fruit will speak for you. People will know you and know who you are based on your fruit. And so when we know that and we understand that, we just leave things in the Lord's hands, and we know that God will fight for us. He says, revenge is mine, I will repay. So we really have to understand what that means and understand that there are some battles that they're just not worth fighting, because God fights better fights and God always wins. And so why allow yourself to be overly stressed and frustrated and overwhelmed and anxious, or all these things that come with it, when God pretty much has it under control? So here's what I learned from this. Your fruit will speak for you. God will fight your battles. And the enemy may find ways to bring you down, find however way he wants to do it, but he will not prosper. For the word says that all things work together for the good of those who love God, who are called according to his purpose. So even when it seems like you're losing a battle, even when it seems like you're not victorious, you need to see things with the same eyes that God is seeing them. You need to see things with spiritual eyes. Because when you want to label something as defeat, it may actually be victory. You're just not realizing the area where the victory lies, okay? So know that the enemy may try to defame your character. He may try to find ways to bring you down. He may find people who betray you or whatnot. But at the end of the day, you will remain and continue to remain victorious, okay? Let your fruit speak for you. Let your fruit speak for you.